So I want to talk about One Piece because honestly, I just haven't been talking about it in such a long time, and I haven't even watched it in such a long time. I'm on Fishman arc, okay? To be fair, I need to rewatch some of the stuff because I did forget some of the stuff. I do want to make some sort of like 600 episodes or whatever, right? But I I've been doing ever since I think the 100 episodes or 200 episodes. I just kept going every 100 episodes, just showing you, my review and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it was pretty fun. But overall, I do love One Piece, and I want to talk about it a little bit. I think it's just pretty awesome. For starters, I know I talked about this a lot, but for starters, I do think that One Piece is one of the greatest animes alive. Like, seriously, like, this anime seriously talks about so many things. Also, my hair is distracting me ever since even the last video I made, so I don't even know why my hair just looks like this. I'm sorry. But anyways, when it comes to, like, One Piece, it is one of my favorite animes out there. I'm not even kidding. Like, this show is super awesome. And I know I talked about this before. I want to talk about this now. I do think that One Piece is not only, a really good anime, but I do think it really has great storylines. For starters, it talks about racism, bro. What show talks about this? And to keep this in mind, what show that is family friendly, talks about this? And what show talks about, how wrong it is, or politics, or it's crazy how One Piece can connect to the real world, and most people don't really realize it. Most people just, when it comes with anime, and this is what I hate too, and I'm just gonna ramble here on. When it comes with anime, most people just looks at anime and go, huh, this is a kid show. And I'm just looking at them and I'm just like, do you really watch anime, or do you just watch clips on TikTok, or what do you do? Because it's not just like these fancy fight scenes. There are literal world problems that anime like actually discusses. And for some reason, One Piece does it really well for. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes with life, when it comes with not giving up, it's like one of those things where it's like fictional, but it's also realism, right? When it comes with even, politics, it is insane just to see how One Piece is covering a lot of these things. And honestly, I would recommend people to watch One Piece because literally it just feels like it's connecting to the real world in such a weird way. And don't get me started on the fights either, because the fights are absolutely awesome. I will admit, I just don't like some of the fights later on, especially in Fishman, and this is where I'm at. Simply because I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I think it just comes more with power scaling instead of strategy. Like Naruto, what I really liked about it was it's always strategy. It's like, oh, sure, this guy's stronger than you, but he can beat your ass if he does this. So what if Naruto does this move with this move, and maybe just, a little bit of sprinkles on top, and just see what happens, and boom, Naruto wins. I feel like One Piece is like one of those shows where it's like, okay, you're on like power level 1,000,000, and I'm a power level 1,000,001. I'm probably gonna get multiple scars and heal the next episode, but I'm gonna win either way because I'm just that one away. You know what I'm saying? It's just that tiny away, and then eventually One Piece just falls down, or Luffy falls down and says, "Hey, I won." Which I feel like that's just a downfall a little bit with when it comes with One Piece. But I think overall, I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy the storylines and a lot of these stuff. I enjoy Brook for some reason out of every single character. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. I think Brook is an amazing character. The guy with the skeleton. See. Here's the thing. For some reason, I want to call him Book, but not Brook. Okay, so I hope I'm saying it right. But anyways, I do enjoy Brook, right? And he's really awesome. It's just really funny at times, right? Like literally when he first came, like all it just makes up your day. Like, for some reason, also, a lot of the arcs in One Piece, especially in the first, like, part before the, time skip, is just really fun to watch. Like, literally, the Thriller arc is one of my favorites for some reason. Out of every single arc, most people will say Whitebeard's arc, or, that weird war arc or whatever. No, my favorite arc is literally the Thriller arc. The Thriller arc is literally my favorite arc out of besides the Sabaody arc, or, the one war arc, I forgot what it's called, whatever it is, like I get it, like maybe some crazy stuff has happened, but like Thriller was just funny, and for some reason, just like, you know, like, you could just rewatch it, and it's not even about the fights or anything, but it's just Brooke himself just being funny. And also, I also love how some of the characters have very comical stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, every person has their own joke. Like, I'm pretty sure, I forgot the reindeer's guy's name. Again, I haven't watched it in a while, though. The reindeer guy, I don't know, but anyways, the guy, geez, Chopper, that's his name. I'm like trying to think his name, and I just can't remember him. Chopper, right? So when it comes with Chopper, is his one line is "I'm not a pet," right? And because people think he's a pet, and what's even hilarious is, you know, I also love like the jokes where like they even push it in a little bit further, especially with Chopper. You know, where he goes, you know, why am I only worth 1,000 berries? You know, I should be like doing more, and like he actually does more. Like in my opinion, if I was in there, I would have probably given him a lot more than 1,000, maybe like 100 million or something, because the dude is crazy. I mean, at least he has his own advantages of, you know, staying away from the government's eye when it comes with One Piece. But I think overall, I just really do enjoy it. And I think the fights are awesome and everything like that. I mean, the only thing I would probably improve is the power scaling. I do genuinely think that it's going to this direction where if I'm just a little bit higher than you, I will win. And vice versa. I think ever since hockey came, I also love the concept of hockey. I'm pretty sure there's 3 different types of hockeys, which is Conqueror's hockey. And then I'm pretty sure there's like an armor type of hockey and a sense hockey or whatever, where like you can sense certain directions. And if you have all 3, you're pretty much a god. Like, you know, I forgot his name, D. Roger or whatever. Again, dude, like honestly, I feel like the concept is awesome, but maybe I feel like some of them should be promoted a little bit differently. But you know, I do want to talk about a little bit more on One Piece, and I just want to see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? Because I genuinely do like it. I also like the idea of never giving up, and there's just like nowadays there's just not a lot of stories, right, when it comes with never giving up for some reason. Like nowadays it's always focus on reality, do this, do that. Like there's just nothing where it can just self-motivate, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was watching a TV show, I won't say what the name of it, but I was watching a TV show and it was doing really awesome. It was like, yeah, have hope, and then out of nowhere it just goes, well, this world sucks, so don't have hope. But anyways, just be with your family. Like, literally, that was the entire purpose of it. The entire episode was have hope. And then it just goes to, fuck it, this world sucks, move on, you know what I'm saying? It just felt weird, you get what I'm saying? And like One Piece doesn't do that. One Piece kind of shows you what it really does, like to mean to like actually, you know, not give up. I also like the life lessons it gives you. One of the biggest life lessons that it gave me was some fights aren't worth fighting, meaning you would rather get beaten in the ass instead of, you know, fighting that fight, because it would have just made more damage than it needed to be. It's a worthless fight. I also like other life lessons, you know, how you could literally start from nowhere and you can always work your way up. And it's like I said, it's just one of those shows where it really does a good job when it comes with not only teaching you, but even showing you battles and just having, you know, just having fun with this. It's also very adventurous, right? I also love the mermaid in Fishman. It's just, I want to talk about that for a sec. I love how it also teaches you, you know, you should probably go outside once in a while instead of being fearful, you know, because then you'll just not know what to do. And like for some reason that's just like clicked, because usually it's just like, you know, like I don't know, like maybe some life lessons for just some unknown reason will like just click for you, even though it just doesn't apply for you. Or maybe like you probably have like an issue right now and all of a sudden it's like, oh, maybe I should probably do this, right? You know, but I do actually enjoy like the entire show, and for some reason the show really does an amazing job at just, you know, I guess like literally existing is just telling the story. Like honestly, I also love the really great story writing, and like for some reason the like foreshadowing is something completely I would have never, and I mean never ever expected. There is so many foreshadowing. You can just go ahead and rewatch some of the foreshadowings. Like it is great. Like there's one with the rope, right? Where I'm pretty sure, and I think I saw a little bit ahead, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, there's this rope and like, you know, this person just like yanks this rope a little bit and there's wind that comes out. And then on the third rope, there's just massive amount of wind. And then it's just foreshadowed to this like large guy who would use the same technique and would pretty much destroy, I'm pretty sure, an island or something. I'm not entirely 100% sure. But anyways, when it comes with that, you know, overall, I do think One Piece is actually doing a great job. Like, literally, I do think that this anime actually, you know, I feel like deserves, like, a little bit more. Like, I feel like this deserves to be at least top than Naruto for a little bit, and then just maybe Naruto beats it. I mean, overall, I love it. I think it's an awesome anime. And honestly, for the people who says this anime is 1,000 episodes, and it's just too long, well, I just want to tell you, I thought the same thing. I'm not even kidding. I never watched it, and then all of a sudden, when I watched it, I was like, there's just not enough episodes. For some reason, we need more than just this, right? Like, I'm actually sad that One Piece is actually about to end. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. But other than that, yeah, take care. Bye, guys.